Hello everyone. I am hoping to catch Jasper moving for you. He moves around a lot, he runs around a lot, but for some reason he's generally a little camera shy. But just seeing what I can get. He's been sitting happily in the windowsill, on the windowsill this morning. We've been having pretty cool weather, but today it's a nice summery day, bright sun, and he is just so pleased to be hanging out on the window ledge. I have created a way for him to do this on his own. Get up in the morning and feed him and so forth, and then I open his enclosure. This is his enclosure. Just get it so that you can see the whole thing. There it is, his little home, which he loves. But what I do is I open the front, which is a glass door here that you can see, and I put up a little bridge for him. See how that goes down to the windowsill? He came out himself this morning using the bridge and comes down to the windowsill, and then, thanks to my hubby, it goes further than that. He can come down. You can't, it's hard to see because of the way the sun is right now, but you see it going all the way down to the corner. And then when we go around here, see it's behind this chair, and then it comes all the way down here. And I'll back up so you can see the whole room. But this gives Jasper a way to do things he wants to do. This is part of the kitchen. It's a sitting area in the kitchen. And, you know, when I first got Jasper, I didn't really know what to expect. I'd never had a reptile before, lizard before. But he is just so thoughtful and seemingly, well, incredibly intelligent, actually. Before I discovered that he would like to come out of his enclosure on his own, I would bring him out and I would put him down here on the floor. I have a light set up for him to keep him warm enough. Here he is. Here he is. He's decided to go back into his home. See, there he is. He just climbed up from the windowsill. I will probably put him outside for a while. See, there he is. There's Jasper. And again, one of the reasons I haven't uploaded more videos of him to YouTube, to my channel, is because it does take dragons a bit of time to think about what they would like to do. When they find a comfy spot, such as in the sun, wherever they are, you know, he'll sometimes sit there for an hour or two, and I don't always catch it. I would love to catch, I think I'm going to have to try to get my hubby to help me put him down in the kitchen during the time that he likes to run around the kitchen, because he does actually run. He explores. He noses around. He will go all the way around our island, because this is a pretty big space, as you can see. Large kitchen area. And we have an island that's in the center. He'll travel around. He'll go over here to the door and sit on my husband's shoes. We don't wear shoes in the house. We leave them at the door. And then he'll travel around here and he'll run around here. And he will then, after he has investigated his little territory, which I've tried to make it as big for him as possible, he will go back to his little bridge. You can see it underneath the chair. And he will go on back up, as I showed before, all the way up to the window ledge, and then all the way up to here. And see, he's just enjoying sitting there right now. But he'll just go on in. This is his favorite big kind of gnarly branch that he likes sunning on. But it's a pretty good big enclosure, and this is an indication of what you need to expect to purchase or make. And this one was made for me for an adult bearded dragon. You cannot keep a dragon in a glass tank. You can't do it. It's unfair to the dragon. He will get bored, listless. He won't do much. Then you'll wonder, why do I have this pet? Why do I have this pet? You get the most from any pet from giving them as happy a life as you possibly can. And in Jasper's case, I have learned that, well, before he had his little bridge set up, I would put him outside in his screened-in cube, which I still do. But when I'd bring him in, he would sometimes go over and sit on this little rug next to the door. And it finally occurred to me that, in essence, he was asking to go outside. He was very happy then when I'd put him outside. So, I mean, I've noticed if you take the time to listen to your pets, they talk to you all the time. Even a quiet lizard like Jasper, who actually makes absolutely no noise that I can tell, except when he's freaked out by his third eye casting a shadow on him if he's outside. And he'll puff up to, I don't know, a quarter bigger in size than he normally is. And that the reason they call him bearded is that he puffs up his face, and all of these little points and his chin gets really big. See, he just licked me. He's so cute. He's such a cutie. He's such a cutie. That's why they call them bearded dragons. But he is sweet. He's responsive. As I said, when he freaks out, he does make kind of a breathy, I can't call it a hiss, but some kind of a breathy, upset noise. That's all I can say. But he doesn't have a voice other than that. But he's just wonderful to be around and very sweet and loves to ride around on my shoulder. As a matter of fact, he'll run up my arm when I have a sweatshirt on. When I pick him up, or if I'm sitting on the floor and I have my sweatshirt on, he'll run up my arm and sit on my shoulder, because when he was a baby, in order to bond with him, I kept him on my shoulder a lot, hooked onto my shoulder, because they do have claws, as you can see. They don't scratch you with them, but that's how they climb things, with their claws. They catch their claws in the nooks and crannies and they pull themselves up. Well, having said all that, I better end this video, as it is, we're approaching, I don't know, almost 8.5 minutes now. And I hope you enjoy it and learn a little bit more about dragons, and whether or not if you were to choose a reptile, whether or not a dragon would be the right reptile for you. And I have to say that after you get the hang of getting the temperatures right with all of your lighting, and you understand that there are expenses involved, but once you are past the growing up stage, the upkeep is relatively low cost, the initial setup. And I would suggest that even if you have a baby, because I spent a lot more money than I needed to, because I had a small tank when he was a baby, 15-gallon. Then I went to a much larger tank that I thought would work for him as an adult, but I soon realized at 21 inches, which is what he is right now, that he was longer than that enclosure was wide. And it couldn't have that. He has to be able to freely turn around, and you set it up so that he can walk all the way around everything in the enclosure, so that he can literally stroll a bit around. And this enclosure is 4.5 feet wide. Actually, we had it built to fit the space in the room. So it's not quite 5 feet, but it fits the space, this corner. And it is 24 inches deep. And I opted to have glass on all 4 sides because I think it makes it look more three-dimensional. And also you can purchase these wonderful rock ledges that are magnetic, and it only works on glass. So that's why I chose to have the back glass. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to end this one right now, and hope you enjoy and learn a little bit about dragons. Thanks. Bye-bye.